are we having fun yet? So the whole thing about light really is what Thomas said. Inherently, there is a part of us that knows anything's possible. Doesn't matter about a religion, doesn't matter about anything except the heart. And hypnotherapy is a therapy that assists individuals with finding the part of their subconscious mind that really is running the show. They're your screensaver. Your subconscious mind is your screensaver in life. And so Dr. Kinkle, who Patty mentioned, he talks about the reserve that a person has and how do you build the reserve. And that is really what light does. It helps to bring out that essence from a person's heart and a belief system that the impossible is possible. And it's about setting your sights on whatever that might be. And the thing about the therapy, which I'm going to give you a little taster, as they say, on how this goes, is it's easy, it's fun, it's very effective, and the subconscious mind, again, is your screensaver. It's something that you use all the time. And what the therapy does, if you're going down the street of, oh God, I can't, it won't happen, or I'm in pain, or whatever it might be, what light does is it gives you the opportunity to completely redirect your thoughts and say, that's not true. As you heard Tony say, you heard Patty say, you heard Candy say, it's like, no, I'm going to make a different choice. And so that's really what it's about. And so today I'm going to take you on a fun little journey. And all you have to do is be comfortable. So everybody's seated. Yeah, just sit down. Oh, good. I was thinking this light was going to be really bright, but it's not. Okay. Okay. Now, I believe in the KISS theory. Keep it simple, sexy. So, I just want everybody, your only instructions are to have fun, let go, and enjoy this process. There's no right or wrong answers, and just enjoy yourself. So with that said, I just want you to give me 3 nice, and before I start, how's the volume? Is it too loud? Oh, you want it a little more? Okay, that's better. Oh, good. I'm glad I asked. Okay, good. Then what I want you to do now is give me 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathing in. Yeah, breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. And now closing your eyes, what I'd like you to do, first of all, is I'd like you to set an intention in your mind. And this intention could be something as small as, what am I making for dinner? Or it might be, gee, I'm having pain here. Or it might be, I'm having a hard time at work and I need to come up with some ideas. So whatever that intention might be, I just want you to make it in your own mind and hold it in your heart. And what we've found is the subconscious, and I also use the superconscious mind, which is the power of the unknown, whatever belief system you want to place it, that answers seem to come. Ideas, people, places, opportunities. And that is the beauty of the subconscious and superconscious mind. And knowing that, I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey now. And I may ask you, so that I know where you are, to raise your hand. And so always keeping your eyes closed. When I do that, that's all I'm asking you to do is give me a little hand gesture. So now, giving thanks to the subconscious and superconscious mind, holding your intention in your heart, what I'd like you to do in your creative imagination is I want you to now see yourself standing on a white sandy beach. Now this white sandy beach may be a place that you've been on a vacation. It may be a childhood memory. It may be something from a magazine, or it could be from a television show. But I want you to be aware of standing on this white sandy beach, and in your creative imagination, I'd like you to look down at your feet and notice what you're wearing, if anything. I also would like you to be aware of how close the sea may be and what the distance is. And as you calculate that, also be aware of approximately what time is it today in your creative imagination. And as you do that in your creative imagination, also look around. Is it a crowded beach? What does it look like today? And you're going to notice in your creative imagination that on the left-hand side, there is a slide. And I want you to look at that slide and be aware the distance between where you're standing in creative imagination and the slide. And you're going to find, and listening to me, and with every word I speak, we're going to come together in a way of thinking that in 10 steps, you're going to be standing in front of the slide steps themselves going up. And so what I want you to do now, being aware in your creative imagination, that together we're going to take 10 steps, 10 paces, from 10 to 1, going down. And when you hit 1, you're going to be standing right in front of the steps that'll lead you up to the slide. And what I'd like to do now is in your creative imagination, we're going to walk to the slide together from 10 to 1. And I want you to do this with me out loud. Starting with your left or right foot as you wish, counting steps towards the slide. 10, out loud. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And now you're standing in front of those steps. I want you to become aware of what are the steps made of. There's approximately 5 steps. And what I'd like you to do now is I want you to climb up those steps, and I want you to sit at the top of the slide. And so as you climb those steps carefully, and when you get to the top of the slide and you're sitting, I just want you to raise your hand and let me know you're there. while you're up there now, in your creative imagination, take in the scents. Do you smell the ocean breeze? Perhaps there's jasmine in the air. And I want you to take in the beautiful view that you've created in your creative imagination. And as you're sitting up there and straight ahead, you're going to hear some commotion and realize that at the lifeguard station, there's an ice cream truck that's actually on the way. And you also are aware that it looks like or sounds like there's a barbecue with all the noises. And as you're sitting on top of the slide and taking in what you've created in your creative imagination and looking at this, you now have the opportunity to make a decision. And you can either decide to go check out the ice cream, and you'll find as you're looking closer, you hear some activity also, even a voice that looks very familiar. And there's a friend you've been wanting to see for a long time, and you're pretty sure it's them. And in your creative imagination, you're looking at the water, you're looking at the ice cream truck, you're smelling this wonderful barbecue, that you're going to now decide in your creative imagination exactly where you want to be. And depending upon the desires of your heart and what you would like to experience in this beautiful day, you're going to say to yourself in the subconscious and superconscious mind, exactly where is my heart in this moment? And as you're sitting on top of the slide, you can also see on the left side there's a balloon, a hot air balloon. And you don't know where it came from, but there is a lot of great activity that's getting ready to take place. And so, now, as you're taking in the sounds, taking in the sights, taking in the smells, and as you're breathing in and breathing out, on the count of 3, I want you to make a decision on which direction that you're going to choose to do. You may even decide to take a swim. And the wonderful thing about the creative imagination, the subconscious and superconscious mind, anything's possible. And in the count of 3, you can be swimming. In the count of 3, you might be having an ice cream cone, your favorite. In the count of 3, maybe you found your friend. In the count of 3, your whole experience of what you created in your subconscious and superconscious mind, knowing that you have the power to do this, whether it's your body, whether it is a thought, an inspiration. So on the count of 3, and keeping your eyes closed, if you're not already ahead of me, if you're not already having the ice cream cone or finding that friend or swimming in the ocean, on the count of 3, you'll be able to be there in your inner world, in your creative imagination. And it's as real as listening to my voice. So on the count of 3, keeping your eyes closed, 1, 2, 3. I want you to take in, as you're listening to me, where you're deciding to be. Are you walking on the beach? Are you swimming? Are you having an ice cream cone? Or is there a barbecue, and who's that friend? And also identifying the sandy beach, this white sandy beach. And I want you to take all these sensory impressions that are in your mind, in your creative imagination, and I want you to hold them in your heart. And I want you to now feel all those sensations while you simultaneously are in two places at once. You're in your inner world, maybe still having that ice cream cone, or talking with your friend. Maybe you're still swimming in the ocean. Maybe you're walking on the beach. But at the same time, you're listening to me here at Adapt Functional Movement Center. So, the creative imagination has the power of allowing you to be in more than two places at once. And the superconscious mind is the space of miracles. And we set an intention today to ask the superconscious mind and the subconscious mind to help you on your journey for whatever that intention was that you placed just 10 or 15 minutes ago. And now, as you may still be at the beach, I want you, in your creative imagination, to again, when you landed on that beautiful white sandy beach, looking at your feet, I'd like you now, in your creative imagination, to look at your feet again, but realize that you're at Adapt, and knowingly sitting in the chair, but to be sure that you're 100% present with us all, and a collective consciousness of unity, of miraculous possibilities, of allowing the impossible to be possible. We're now going to come back completely 100% in consciousness, and we're going to do that by counting from 1 to 10. And when you are at 10, you will be fully present at Adapt, and you're going to enjoy some great food and conversation. So now, on 1, counting back to 10, out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, keeping your eyes closed until you're ready to open. Now here comes some of the fun part, at least for me, is, may I ask you, do you know what beach you were? That's where I go. Okay. Oh, that's my favorite ever, white, sandy, soft beach. It's like flour. It's amazing. Okay, that's where I go. All right. Who else? Where'd you go? Suresh, where'd you go? Hawaii. Ah, okay. Let's see. Mitzi, where'd you go? Bora Bora. Oh, I've been there. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. And so that was the beach and the slide. Now, as a hypnotherapist, when we work with light, everything is a metaphor. It has a story. And so I did not ask anybody to go down the slide. But how many people went anyway? Raise your hand. Yeah, see what I mean? See, I get to learn what kind of person you are, and exactly what you're capable of and how much guided imagery will work or how much hypnotherapy is necessary, and everything associated with it is a metaphor. Now, my next question is, how many people had ice cream? Anybody? Okay. Oh, really? I always get the ice cream. Okay. Had a few? Um, let's see. Hey, James. Where's James? There you are. Where'd you go? Well, did you have any food? What did you experience? Ice cream or? I heard standing on the beach with a girlfriend. Oh, oh, oh my God. Talk about intention. Oh, James, that's so cool. Stuff like this happens a lot. There was a gal, we do Skype over the sessions as well. She was diagnosed with MS. And when she came to me, she goes, I don't have any money. I live with my mom. I'm on disability. I have no life. I said, well, you were referred to me by Chef Candy, and you're a friend of hers, you're a friend of mine. So I said, let's get to work. So by the, oh, I live with my mom, and my mom wants me to stay on disability. And, okay. So by the second session, she says, I don't want to live with my mom anymore. And I said, okay. How does she feel about that? Well, she's not very happy about it. I want to get a job. Okay. By the third session, her childhood sweetheart found her. And so by the fourth session, she started interviewing. By the seventh or eighth session, she was going through security clearances. I thought, okay. I didn't ask her. My job is to help her with her MS, so I didn't know what she did. So by the 10th session, she said, Paul, I'm a completely changed person. I found a house. I'm going to be living with my childhood sweetheart, and I took that job. I said, you never really told me what you did. She's the cyber queen for the Security Exchange Commission in D.C. and makes $350,000. She, right, that's right, Candy. Yeah. And so these are the kind of stories that I think are the most exciting for me, in addition to the fact that people don't like Tony. When she said, Paul, this is the first time I haven't had pain in 10 years. I mean, these are the things that happen, and the great part about it is, what my job is I just help everybody remember what they already know. That's all I do. Because you can do anything. The impossible is possible. And light helps create a framework for you to not only remember this, but you go back to it, which is why you heard Patty Knight say, well, sometimes I need a quickie. And it's literally that. All of a sudden, you're in the car and, the symptoms that I have left with are some balance issues. Now, if somebody was chasing me down a, street with a gun, I'd be dead. I can't do that. But really, it's that easy and it's that fast that if I have to, because UCSD is not an easy campus to get around, especially when you're walking. And so, I just stop and I take a break. I pull in the light, literally, and then I get up and then I walk another distance. And that's exactly how it works, is that no matter what's going on in your life, no matter how small, no matter how medium, if it's childhood issues that come up, believe it or not, I mean, there's so many things that happen. And it's a tool that the subconscious and superconscious mind gives you the opportunity, for maybe the first time in your life, for many people, to be able to allow that introspection and to be able to also invite and believe and to have. My mom, as she would say, I don't believe in miracles. I count on them. And that's exactly what this does. And so, with that, I really hope I see you all in the future in a class. And we still have some time, and there's an awful lot of food back there. So please eat, and so let's chat. And thank you very much for coming.